Hello everyone, this is Mario. Welcome to my channel and to the third episode of my Groupama FDJ career in Pro Cycling Manager. So after the long 3-week journey of La Vuelta, which I really enjoyed playing with Movistar, I'm finally back to my Groupama FDJ career and I was really looking forward to it. I was really missing playing this career. I know that some of you have also missed it, so finally I'm glad to bring it back to all of you. So before we go into the racing, and in addition to the news flashes where I show you what is going on around the world of Pro Cycling Manager with injuries and also race results, today I will focus a bit more on a specific result of a race my team was in. It's one of those that I planned not to record, but I decided to ride even though, and it was the Tour of Oman. And I'm focusing this race because something kind of incredible happened in that race. In stage 2, where there was a small hill near the end of the stage, I tried to force the pace with my team. I didn't really use a train, a mountain or hill train, as you want to call it, but the truth is that I managed to drop everyone else, and in the end I got 5 of my riders in the top 5 positions of the stage. The stage was won by Rudy Mollard, and behind him I had Anthony Roux, Arnaud Démare, Léo Vincent and Antoine Duquesne. So it was a really impressive result, and I thought I should mention this in a bit more in depth. And so for this one, my team will be in the United Arab Emirates for the UAE Tour. It's another preparation race for Thibaut Pinot before the Paris-Nice, which will start in about 2 to 3 weeks. It's quite of an interesting race. It has a team time trial in the first stage, so that will contribute to the final GC of this race. But mainly we have stage 3, which is strangely considered as a hilly stage, but it ends in a really massive climb that will take the riders to the finish line. And also stage 6, that is considered a mountain stage, and the final climb is something from another planet. It's really huge, so it's going to be perfect for Thibaut Pinot. So of course I want to win the race. It's not a team objective, but I will try to do so with the leader of Groupama FDJ. So for this race, for the UAE Tour, my main riders will be of course Thibaut Pinot for the GC and also Arnaud Démare for the sprint stages. And of course Sebastian Reichenbach and Léo Vincent will also be really important riders to help out Thibaut Pinot in the mountain stages. So let's hope that we can get a few good results with this team. Also, you can see that I'm using some of the features of a tool for Pro Cycling Manager. It's the PCM Career Explorer. It was created by David Apuit, one of the users of the PCM WorldDB Discord channel. So a big thank you for creating this fantastic tool. And as you can see, these are the top contenders for the GC and for the sprint stages. We have really strong riders for this one, so it's not going to be easy to get a bunch of good results. As for this first stage, the team time trial with about 17 kilometers, Groupama FDJ is surprisingly maybe considered as the second favorite for today's stage, behind Team Ineos and ahead of Team Jumbo-Visma. So let's try to do our best and maybe, if we can, win this stage. And so Wanty-Gobert is the first team to start the time trial. We are going to be the 25th. Actually, I don't know if we are not going to be the last ones to start this time trial, which if we are, it's kind of good because we can have a notion of how good we have to be to beat the other teams. And so my team is now underway in this team time trial. At the moment, in the finish line, the best time is from CCC, 2 seconds ahead of Bahrain Merida. And in the intermediate checkpoint, Team Ineos is with the best time, so they haven't completed their time trial at the moment yet. So let's see how this goes for my team. So we are now approaching the intermediate checkpoint. Let's see how we are doing so far, and we are 8 in this intermediate checkpoint, 8 seconds behind the best time of Team Ineos there. Team Ineos, as expected, also beat the best time at the end, so they were 1 second faster than CCC. We are now 6 kilometers from the finish line. Let's see how we do in the remainder of this time trial. And so we are now 2 kilometers from the finish. We are the final team to complete this time trial. Let's see how we do. Pinot is leading. Now Benjamin Thomas is going to complete the time trial, and we are 8th, 16 seconds behind, so not an amazing result. And Team Ineos won the time trial, beating CCC by 1 second, 4 ahead of Bahrain. Of course, being 16 seconds behind after the first stage is not great, but it's not the end of the world. And so after this first stage, the leader of the race will be Jonathan Castroviejo. So he was the first rider to cross the line for Team Ineos and will be wearing the leader's jersey in the next stage. So now going to the second stage, it's completely flat, so it's going to end for sure as a mass sprint finish, and we will try to contend for the win with Arnaud Démare, but we will have to be really strong to beat riders like Fernando Gaviria and Elia Viviani. And so we are now starting the stage, and of course I'm not going to put any of my riders in the breakaway. The goal is to win the stage with Arnaud Démare. Unfortunately, he's on a -1 race day condition. It's not ideal, but let's try to do the best we can with him. And so now with 50 kilometers to go in the stage, we have a group of 5 riders in the lead. They are just a minute ahead of the peloton, so it's not going to be easy for them to win the stage. I really don't think they can do it, so it's, as expected, going to end as a mass sprint finish. And so now with less than 20 kilometers to go, I already set my sprint train for Arnaud Démare. I will try to use my own sprint train and use Benjamin Thomas as the lead-out rider, so let's see if I can make this work. And with 10 kilometers to go, the breakaway has been caught, and now it's all about the sprint. Let's start using the energy gels now, first on Bruno Armirail, and then I will use it on Miles Scottson. So let's increase the pace a bit now to 88 and use the energy gel now on Miles Scottson. Let's keep this going, now increasing the efforts for Armirail a bit more. Energy gel on Benjamin Thomas. Let's put Thibaut Pinot in automatic so he isn't dropped in the end. Let's use the energy gel for Arnaud Démare, increase the pace a bit more with Bruno Armirail. With 4 kilometers to go now, he's on 95. Let's already prepare Miles Scottson, also on 95, and he will start pacing now, actually on 99. Let's see what he can do. We are now 2 kilometers from the finish, and soon I will start sprinting now with Benjamin Thomas, and let's launch Arnaud Démare now. Can he take the win? Let's go! Come on, Arnaud Démare is not going to be the winner. The win is for Fernando Gaviria, Elia Viviani second, and Arnaud Démare third. It's not a bad result, but it's not a stage win, of course. And so following this stage won by Fernando Gaviria, where Arnaud Démare was a solid third, we now have a new leader in the GC, Michał Kwiatkowski. Still on the same time, Jonathan Castroviejo did not lose any time today, but because of the position in the stage, I would assume Michał Kwiatkowski is now the new leader of the GC. And so we're now going to the third stage, the first of the 2, let's say, mountain stages of this race, the other one being in stage 6. And so today, of course, Thibaut Pinot is among the top favorites for the stage win. Let's try to win the stage and to gain some time on the other GC contenders. So the riders are now starting the stage from Al Ain to Jabal Hafit, something like that. Yeah, Jabal Hafit. And it's almost 200 kilometers long, with nothing much during most of the stage, nothing really significant. But in the end we have about 10 kilometer long climb, maybe not even that, quite steep. So it's going to be the deciding moment of this stage, of course. And so right now, with about 30 kilometers to the end of the stage, the peloton is trailing behind the group of breakaway riders. Well, actually there are two groups now. They are 1 minute ahead of the peloton, and so we have two riders in the front of the race, Oscar Gatto and also De Bont, and then they are followed by Jorgensen, Yoshida, Johan Alfredo and Arthur Pichot. So I really don't think they are going to be able to reach even the start of the climb ahead of the peloton. So yeah, let's try to see what we can do and then go for the stage win with Thibaut Pinot. And so we are now about to begin the climb to Jabal Hafet, and let's try to put one of my riders in the front pacing, Miles Scottson, and keeping Thibaut Pinot and Sebastian Reichenbach in a good position. They are currently being protected by Leo Vincent and Bruno Armigel, but they are already dropping their energy really fast, and soon I will have to try to go on the attack. 7.6 kilometers now to go. Let's try to put Reichenbach a bit more to the front. We have Rui Costa pacing now at the front. Let's try to keep Thibaut Pinot here, and I need to bring Reichenbach close to him now. Let's try to use him to protect Thibaut Pinot. And some riders are really attacking hard. I don't want to go that hard with Thibaut Pinot already. Now it's Romain Bardet attacking. Let's see, still 6 kilometers to go. There's still a long way to go until the end of this climb. Let's keep our own pace, try not to waste a lot of energy during the climb. Thibaut Pinot is still looking really good. Romain Bardet a bit ahead, but Pinot is going to be alone now. Sebastian Reichenbach cannot help him anymore. Let's use the energy gel now on Thibaut Pinot. It's Pinot against Bardet apparently. Let's see, 4 kilometers to go now. This is not going to be easy. We are 20 seconds behind Romain Bardet. Let's try to keep this pace for now, not do anything reckless until the end. Let's increase the effort now a bit to 87. The energy gel just kicked in with 2.5 kilometers to go. Let's increase the effort to 90. Can we get back to Romain Bardet? This is getting tight. 2 kilometers to go. Still 23 seconds behind the two French riders. Everyone else really far behind. Let's go back to Thibaut Pinot with 1.2 kilometers to go. He's closing in the gap to Romain Bardet. Let's increase the effort to 93 now. Can I take the stage win? Can Thibaut Pinot win this? Let's sprint for the win. Can we do it? And Thibaut Pinot is going to win the third stage of the UAE Tour ahead of Romain Bardet. What a win by Thibaut Pinot. The third rider in this stage is Jakob Fuglsang ahead of Richard Carapaz and then Alejandro Valverde. So Romain Bardet attacked early, he almost took the stage win, but Thibaut Pinot was stronger in the end and takes a strong win. Thibaut Pinot winning his first stage in the UAE Tour ahead of Romain Bardet, both on the same time, and everyone else 30 seconds behind. And with this, Romain Bardet is the new leader of the GC with the same time of Thibaut Pinot, who is now second. Third in the classification is Rohan Dennis, 28 seconds behind the French riders. So I wanted the stage win with Thibaut Pinot today, and I got that, and I also took a lot of time over some of the GC contenders, but Romain Bardet, finishing on the same time as Thibaut Pinot, is now the new leader of the GC. Of course, with this win and being the first at the top of this climb, Thibaut Pinot is now the leader of the mountain classification, and 4 points ahead of Romain Bardet is also leading the points classification. And so after a strong stage win by Thibaut Pinot, which also put him tied in the lead with Romain Bardet, although the rider from AG2R is wearing the leader's jersey on this one, we now have a stage with a kind of irregular finish. The final few kilometers have a few hills. It's considered by the game as favorable for punchy riders like Jakob Fuglsang and Mathieu van der Poel, although I would like to remind you that in real life this stage was won, kind of surprisingly actually, by Caleb Ewan. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I will try to win the stage with Arnaud Démare. I don't really know if he can do that, but well, I will decide during the stage. And so we are now departing for another almost 200 kilometers in today's stage, and today we have really strong winds, 31 kilometers per hour at the moment, and as you can see, several riders are already on the sides of the road, and apparently my team almost looks like they suffered from food poisoning, because most of them are with a terrible race day condition today. Fortunately, it's not a GC deciding stage, so Pinot might survive this one easily. As for winning the stage, let's see if this doesn't hurt my chances too much. And so now, with about 50 kilometers to go in this stage, we have a group of 9 riders in the front of the race. They are over 2 minutes ahead of the peloton. It's a short lead considering the amount of kilometers still left, but one thing that I really need to pay attention is with the strong winds. I currently have Scottson and Reichenbach trying to pull in the peloton to pace hard, so that maybe we can create some gaps in the peloton. It doesn't really seem like that's going to happen, even though the winds are sideways. It doesn't really look like I'm going to be able to create some echelons. And so we are now 17 kilometers from the finish line, still 1 minute behind the riders in the breakaway, and I still haven't decided how I'm really going to do this. I think I will try to go for the stage with Arnaud Démare, and probably for that I will need to put probably Reichenbach, although his energy is being depleted really fast now because of the pace in the peloton, but maybe I need to put Reichenbach pulling Arnaud Démare, or maybe not. I don't really think Reichenbach is going to be able to survive this small climb we have now. So we are now 12 kilometers from the finish line. Let's use the energy gel on Armiret and Reichenbach. Oh, I don't know how to do this. And so with less than 6 kilometers to go now, I decided to kind of do a small train for Arnaud Démare. This is going to be really hard. I have Thibaut Pinot in automatic instructions so that he can try to win the stage by himself. But I will try to do this with Benjamin Thomas. Oh, I cannot do this. I'll put Arnaud Démare on the wheel of Thibaut Pinot and just pace with Thibaut Pinot now. Let's try to do this. Can we take the stage win? Let's go 95 now with Thibaut Pinot and Arnaud Démare on his wheel. 1.5 kilometers to go, and let's start sprinting with Thibaut Pinot now and launch Arnaud Démare for the stage win. Can he do this? Oh, he's not going to be able to do this. It's going to be Bob Jungels taking the stage win. And, oh, or is it Mathieu van der Poel? Bob Jungels, Van der Poel, who is going to win the stage? And it's for Mathieu van der Poel ahead of Bob Jungels. It was really close, but the Dutch rider from Corendon Circus took the stage win. Arnaud Démare was 5th, and Thibaut Pinot finishes the stage in 12th, with the same time as all the other favorite riders, including the leader of the race, Romain Bardet. Really strong finish by Mathieu van der Poel, winning by inches over Bob Jungels, ahead of Steven Kruijswijk in 3rd. In the GC, Romain Bardet is still the leader with the same time as Thibaut Pinot, so this was a harder finish than I was expecting. Arnaud Démare was never going to win this, but still I'm quite pleased with the 5th place he got, and also that Thibaut Pinot didn't lose any time today, so it wasn't the worst stage result. And so another day, another chance for the sprinters to try to challenge for the win. And so here we are starting another stage, and it's of course going to be focused on Arnaud Démare. Today we don't seem to have strong winds affecting the riders, so no big troubles are expected in today's stage. And so with 60 kilometers to go, we have 4 riders in the breakaway, almost 3 minutes ahead of the peloton. Here we have Mads Schmidt, also Luke Durbridge, Nathan Brown and Tom Jelte-Slachter. And so now with 15 kilometers to go, the gap between the peloton and the breakaway riders is down to 40 seconds. So definitely they are going to be caught. I already assembled my sprint train for Arnaud Démare. So let's see if I can try to win the stage with my top sprinter. So 8.5 kilometers to go now. Let's start to increase the pace in my sprint train. We are now on this hard uphill here. Let's use Scottson as much as we can and then go for Sebastian Reichenbach. Let's go with Reichenbach now. We have Bob Jungels and Rui Costa pacing hard at the front. Let's put Scottson to the back now. Thibaut Pinot is in automatic, and now with 5 kilometers to go, let's increase the pace even more with Sebastian Reichenbach and use the energy gels here. Let's do the same for all the riders. Let's go at 99 now with Sebastian Reichenbach, still 24 seconds separating the peloton from the other riders. 2.6 kilometers to go. Let's now go with Bruno Armire. This is going to be tight, but we are going to catch them. Let's start sprinting now with Benjamin Thomas, and now launch Arnaud Démare. Is not going to take the stage, I think. It's going to be for Elia Viviani. Viviani takes the stage. I started the sprint too late with Arnaud Démare. He finishes 4th behind Viviani, Jasper Philipsen and Alexander Kristoff. So this sprint finish was not perfect at all by me. I really missed something. Maybe I timed it too late. So Elia Viviani takes the stage win ahead of Jasper Philipsen. In the GC, surprisingly, Thibaut Pinot is now in the lead. I guess that he finished a few positions ahead of Romain Bardet, and that is now giving him the lead. And this still wasn't the day for Arnaud Démare to take a win in the UAE Tour. And with 2 stages left, with only the final one being suited for the sprinters, that will be the final chance for Démare to take a stage win in the UAE Tour. And so we are now going to stage 6 of the UAE Tour between Hachman and Rebel Reis, something like this, probably. If you know how to correct me, please do so. And so for the deciding day, we have a tremendous climb in the end. I don't know, but this looks like about 20 to 25 kilometers long, maybe. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it's really long. It's going to be really hard. So Thibaut Pinot is going to be wearing the red jersey for the GC lead. So let's see if at the end of the day he can still be wearing that jersey. And so here we are departing for the deciding stage for the GC. And Thibaut Pinot is unfortunately on a -1 race day condition. It's not really hurting him that much, but it's never good to have a bad day. Apparently the team might still be suffering from that food poisoning I told you about before. So let's see how they do. Of course, besides Thibaut Pinot, who is one of the top contenders for today's stage, we have to count on Movistar and what they can do, because in this race they are here with Richard Carapaz, also Mikel Landa, Alejandro Valverde and Nairo Quintana. So it's a tremendously strong team for the mountains. But, well, we all know how Movistar works, so for sure they are all going to attack each other and then fail in the end. And so we are almost reaching the bottom of this climb, and it's, as I said before, about 20 kilometers long. It's quite steep for the entire ascension, so let's already increase the effort with my main riders. The pace is really strong. It's Astana pacing at the front of the peloton. And so now with about 9 kilometers to go, Leo Vincent is already out of energy as well. So it's now Sebastian Reichenbach protecting Thibaut Pinot. We have Antoine Tolhoek pacing at the front, and now it's Laurent Deplus. So Jumbo-Visma is really going hard on this one. I just hope Thibaut Pinot can survive. I don't see Krashik. Krashik is on the wheel of Thibaut Pinot. Let's try to pace a bit now with Thibaut Pinot at our own pace. Still 7 kilometers to go, and Reichenbach is now out of energy. And we have Damiano Caruso trying to go. He's a bit behind in the GC, so I'm not going to worry too much. But other riders are trying to bring him back. Laurent Duplouz is going really strong, and now Alejandro Valverde is going. Let's try to pace with Thibaut Pinot now. With 5.8 kilometers to go, let's keep this pace at 85. Maybe 85 is too much, I don't really know. Steven Krashik is on my wheel. Oh, this is going to be close still. Let's maintain position here. We are catching the other riders in the front, and Steven Krashik is now going. Let's try to follow Richard Carapaz here. Should I be doing this? I don't know. I really don't know if this is the best strategy. Everyone is attacking Thibaut Pinot. Let's use his energy gel now. This is going to be tight. Krashik is only 27 seconds behind in the GC. Oh, I'm going to lose this. I'm going to lose this one today with Thibaut Pinot. Let's maintain the position here with Valverde and Carapaz. Valverde is done. Carapaz is still pacing, trying to catch Kruijswijk. He's going to take the stage win. I'm not going to be able to maintain the lead in this GC. And Thibaut Pinot is almost out of energy. Oh, this is a shame. Kruijswijk is done for the day as well, but Thibaut Pinot and Carapaz cannot do much. So Kruijswijk is 55 seconds ahead. He's going to take the stage win and the lead of the GC. Thibaut Pinot is not going to be strong enough. He's going to be only third in the stage behind Kruijswijk and Carapaz. Alejandro Valverde is fourth, and behind them we have Primož Roglič and Jakob Fuglsang. So Team Jumbo-Visma worked really hard in the final climb, and Steven Kruijswijk took a strong win, 36 seconds ahead of Richard Carapaz and 49 ahead of Thibaut Pinot. And with this win, Kruijswijk is now the new leader in the GC, 28 seconds ahead of Thibaut Pinot, 47 ahead of Richard Carapaz, and unless something unfortunate happens to the Dutch rider, he is going to win this race. Pinot keeps the lead in the mountain classification. It's not really what we wanted, but it's still a good result. He also takes back the lead in the points classification, so I guess that the -1 race day condition didn't really help out Thibaut Pinot today, or maybe I was just too overconfident, and I really thought I had this controlled. In the end, Steven Kruijswijk was really strong. He made a strong attack after Team Jumbo-Visma worked really hard in the final climb. He took a really nice win, so congratulations to him. And so, final day in the United Arab Emirates, and it's going to be the final chance for Arnaud Démare to take a stage win. We are coming from a bit of a disappointment in the previous one, after Thibaut Pinot could not hold on to his leader's jersey, but it's not a big deal, it wasn't a season goal, and so let's try to give Arnaud Démare a win in this race. And so the stage is underway. This is quite short, only 121 kilometers long. Again, we have strong winds today, so we need to pay attention to that and stay mainly in the front of the peloton. I'm not going to put any riders in the breakaway. It's going to be all out for Arnaud Démare today. And again, Thibaut Pinot is on a really poor day. He really struggles with hot weather. We all know that. So maybe that's what's causing him the problems in this Emirates Tour. And so we are now approaching the first intermediate sprint of this race, and we only have one rider in the breakaway, so I'm going to try to take some points with Arnaud Démare. Let's see how he does. Can Arnaud Démare take the points? And actually we are catching up with the front rider, and Arnaud Démare takes the top points in this one. So it's only 3 points, but he is now on 47, only 6 behind Thibaut Pinot, and he is the best sprinter in this classification. And so once more we are approaching the intermediate sprint, and we don't have any other riders in the front of the race, and I have a mini train for Arnaud Démare. So let's see how this goes. Let's see how Arnaud Démare can do. Let's launch Thomas now and go with Arnaud Démare, and is not going to be the first one here. I don't even know if he got any points in this one. He didn't get any points, but is still on 47 and is still the best rider from the sprinters. And so we are now 9.5 kilometers from the finish line. My sprint train is set, although some riders are really exhausted already, and soon I will have Miles Scotson pacing for Arnaud Démare. Bruno Armirail's work is almost about to be done, so let's see how this goes. And 6.7 kilometers to go now. And so 4 kilometers to go now. Miles Scotson's work is about to be done, and soon I will have Sebastian Reichenbach. Let's now push with him at 95 with 3 kilometers to go. Let's go all out at 99. Some riders are already sprinting. Let's launch now Reichenbach and launch Benjamin Thomas now, and I will launch Arnaud Démare right now with 900 meters to go. Can he take the win? Is he going to win this stage? And Arnaud Démare wins the final stage of the United Arab Emirates Tour. Strong win, a perfect sprint train for Arnaud Démare in this one. He wins ahead of his fellow countryman Christophe Laporte from Cofidis, and in third we had Mathieu van der Poel. And Arnaud Démare still managed to win a stage in this race. He waited for the final day to get it. It's the second stage win for Groupama FDJ in this race. The GC winner was Steven Kruijswijk. He won the jersey in the 6th stage and didn't have any trouble keeping it in the final one. The best climber in this race was Thibaut Pinot. He took 18 points, 6 ahead of Steven Kruijswijk and Richard Carapaz. And Arnaud Démare, with this win in the final day, also took the points classification. The best young rider in the race was Laurent de Plouz, only 5 seconds ahead of Marc Hirschi, and the best team in the race was Movistar. And so, in the final day of the UAE Tour, we finally managed to take a stage win with Arnaud Démare, and that makes 2 stage wins for Groupama FDJ in this race, following the win in stage 3 by Thibaut Pinot. Unfortunately, we miss on winning the GC with Thibaut Pinot. He lost the leader's jersey in the 6th stage to Steven Kruijswijk, but still, I'm quite happy with his performance, and the big test for him, the first season goal, will be in about a week in the Paris-Nice. We also managed to win 2 other classifications. We won the points classification with Arnaud Démare and the mountain classification with Thibaut Pinot. So I would have to say that this was a really positive performance from my riders. And so with this, I'll bring this episode to an end. It was quite profitable in terms of results. I really enjoyed playing this UAE Tour, and I hope you have enjoyed it too. In the next episode, I will start by riding the first classic race of the season, the Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. Eventually, I may also show you the Kuurne-Brussel-Kuurne Classic. Then we will have the Strade Bianche, going to Italy for the first time in the season. And to finish the episode, we will start riding Paris-Nice with the first 3 stages of the race, 3 flat stages, where I will try to win with Arnaud Démare. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please click the like button. Also, please leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about my series so far, what you enjoy the most, and also what you don't particularly like. I hope I can bring you the next episode in about a week, maybe less if I can. And so, I hope to see you all for the next episode of my Groupama FDJ career in Pro Cycling Manager. Bye!